Hi, I would like to invite you to join me in my new online course. It is the first time that I am teaching Bацзы astrology with Russian translator, and it's the first time that I am teaching the beginners class in such a form as I prepared it this time. So, what is Bацзы astrology? Hundreds, actually thousands of years ago, there were in China the sages, the wise men, who were observing and trying to understand what is that influence us, our life, our so-called destiny. And they, through that, Chinese metaphysics got developed. And it has many different fields. The most known is Feng Shui or also I Ching. But there is many more fields of knowledge. And of course, there is a field of astrology. And Bацzы is one of Chinese astrologies. Yes, they have, even astrologies, there are different types. So this knowledge is vast, and Bацzы astrology is one of them, and it's a very special kind of knowledge. And also, I could say, it's a very different astrology as we are used to in the West. So here we don't talk about planets and constellations, and it's not approached and analyzed in a similar way. Even if I tell, for those who know Western astrology or Jyotish very well, in Chinese astrology, the exact minute of birth is not of the same importance, and it's not the same determining. So even if you don't know your time of birth, you can still plot your chart correctly, and what you will read will still be completely accurate. Just the part that is related to the hour is missing. So it's a system that is based on 5 elements. Like all the rest of Chinese metaphysics, it's about yin and yang principle and 5 elements. And these 5 elements are actually something we know from the nature. They are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So we know it from the nature, but they use it as a metaphor to describe how the 5 different types of energies are working, behaving. And then yin and yang gives us actually yang and yin element version. So we get 10 elements. And in Bацzы astrology, which is also called 4 pillars of destiny, there are 4 pillars that are about these 10 elements. And each person has a personal element, but then the rest of the chart has different dynamics, different locations, different interactions of the rest of 10 elements. And through that, we are reading person's character, characteristics, as well potential, as well the path, the periods, the time-related events and possibilities and opportunities and blockages and repetitive patterns. So all this, and of course we can also read from the chart how different people are related to each other, what kind of interaction they have, what is the potential, what is the problematic part, and so on. There is so much about the chart can tell. I have always been interested in astrology. Even when I was a small kid, I tried to find books, read about it, and this was Western astrology. And of course, I came across different systems, but it was only when I was 20 something that I had this reading, so-called destiny reading. And I was really amazed. I was so impressed. And my words were, oh well, why nobody told me all this way before? Still, it was not so late in my life, and it definitely changed many things. At that time, when I had this reading, I was studying molecular biology. I was already interested in energies, but for example, I could never imagine that I could learn something like that. And especially because the Bацзы means 8 characters. So the person that gave me the reading, the Chinese teacher, she only wrote 4 characters. 4 pillars, and which is 8 characters on the piece of paper. And from that 8 characters, she would tell me all kind of things that with time really proved. And at the time, I got such an in-depth understanding of myself, why certain things are happening, got in-depth into my, let's say, potential and purpose here. And here we are. Many years later, I am a teacher of Chinese metaphysics, and as well, I have been teaching Bацzы astrology many times. I must say that is from all the metaphysical studies that are my passion already, but Bацzы, it's a special one. So I really, really enjoy teaching it to others. And yes, you can be a total beginner. Is it for you? Is it demanding? First thing, what I would say, I have always advised any person who showed a slight interest to study it, to yes, go for it. Even if it's just one class. This is not, it's very different from learning other astrologies. It is like entering the metaphysical world. It opens things for you. You start having different eyes, different senses. You start understanding energy, how the energy works, what are the patterns. You start to understand others in a different way. You start to see and get in depth what is behind certain things that happen. So it's like opening the door to some kind of other realm of seeing and understanding the life that we live in. This course is useful for anyone who is curious about human nature, who's curious about potential, about life path. As well, of course, it's very helpful for those who are working with people, for any kind of therapists, any kind of consultants, any kind of coaches, mentors, teachers, anyone who works with people and advise them, as well as for anyone in any other job or work that is related to people. For example, a real estate agent, to tourist guide, or the team manager in a company. So it is because this knowledge is very practical. And once you start seeing things, you tap into understanding how things work, it becomes very easily applied into whatever you do, and also helps you make better decisions. It helps in communication with others, and it's also primarily by knowing and studying it for yourself, you will definitely progress a lot in your life, and also you will start more and more getting aligned with your full potential. So let's look at the practical part of the course. So this Saturday, the course will happen live online via Zoom link. Then afterwards, you will receive a recording that will be accessible for you for the coming 3 months. As you sign up, you receive a downloadable workbook of about 70 pages. You will also become a member of a Bацзы group chat that will stay open for another 5 weeks, and where you can be asking questions, posting charts, the Bацzы charts, and also participate in this Bацzы community where others will be asking questions as well, and I will be replying. Additional to that, being a member of the course, you will get access to a link where you will be able to plot any chart that you need. More details you can find in the link attached to this video. Anyhow, I am already very excited to meet you the coming Saturday. See you!